This is a video tour of the Dave Gingery shaper that I built, probably about a decade ago. Just haven't been able to part with it since then. Too much work. So all of these parts are hand cast. It's an old car transmission that was melted down. If you're not familiar with the design of a shaper, which not a lot of guys are anymore, the ram on top has a linear travel out and back. It holds a lathe type cutting bit in its tool holder, and it scrapes off the surface of whatever you have mounted on the work cable. It's for machining metal. On the way back, the flapper block swings up so that the tool point doesn't drag backwards through the work. The tool mount can rotate based on how you're cutting into the piece. Your tool holder can go up and down. The table travels vertically and horizontally. Every crank will turn. This is an ascent trick. You basically adjust the throw by how far in the track this is. Goes up to a ratchet. So every time the ram moves, that's hooked to the ram throw. It advances this ratchet, and you can go either direction just by which way you flip this. So it automatically advances the table every time it makes a stroke. And that's adjustable based on how many ratchet clicks is how far of a throw is on that arm. In this model, I redesigned it to be gear drive. The normal Gingery setup is for a normal Gingery setup is for his chain drive off the bat. Here we can see that I've converted it over to gear drive. And I have the step pulley mounted on the back. And the length of the throw of the stroke, here we have another track on the inside, right here. And that controls how much of a stroke is made. You can also control the position of a stroke based on, there's a track right here. So you can make it have a short stroke at the very end of its reach or the very beginning of its reach. So there's a whole lot of configurable things in this design. It's a very intriguing machine, actually, which is why I chose to make this one. In terms of the gear drive, what you're seeing is that is the main gear for an old motorcycle engine. And you can kind of see, if I can get that lighting just right, you see the aluminum cast inside the gear. The gear had large holes inside of it for weight reduction, but I needed a solid mounting surface to mount that track on. So what I did is I packed the sand around the gear with a couple of dummy pieces in there, padding out the gear so that the sand wouldn't pack inside of it. And then I cast aluminum inside to give me the solid surface to mount to, which turned out pretty good. So all in all, it probably took me about a year of hobby time to create this thing. The aluminum casting, ton of work, but it was a very good experience. Very interesting. I mean, a lot of engineers will tell you couldn't build a machine like this with, anything short of a very full shop. But Dave Gingery went through and he recreated how these machines were made, the evolution of the machine shop, and it was really pretty neat. So that's it for all the metalheads out there. I don't know if I'd recommend building a shaper. I never actually use the thing because I have a small mill. But in terms of machine fabrication, very, very cool. All right.